Sorry. Cut it off a little short.
It's okay.
For some reason in my head, I was expecting the music to keep playing while we started talking. That didn't work.
Uh,
Note to self, don't fade in the middle of the... I wonder if there's a way I can fade that. Still do that. Anyway, welcome. Happy Sunday, October 22nd. Yes.
9 days till Halloween.
Ooh, spooky. Not really. Hi, Sean.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine.
How was your week?
Yeah.
My week was fantastic because I was counting down the days till I got back here to talk to you.
Why don't I believe you?
I don't know. But welcome to Third Person Podcast. Before we even do anything, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, subscribe to the channel,
Hit that
all that
bell.
stuff. Like,
Whatever the
subscribe,
kids
follow. Yeah. Subscribe to the
What do the
channel. That
kids
way, anytime we
Um,
go live, you'll get a message. And it'll say, hey, Third Person Podcast is live. And you don't have to wait and forget or see it on Facebook and be like, oh, I forgot.
I forget sometimes, but I have the notification.
You're here.
That helps too.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's see. Last week we didn't leave off anything I don't think important. This week we have got
We actually
stuff.
finished everything on the list last week.
Yes, we've got a new list today,
Brand new.
which I just lost. Here it is. We've got Michigan Hitler, Cute Dolphin and Kid,
Fake cancer.
New York City Shelter Time Limits,
An update on the Indian space program.
Manhunt for Nashville Police Chief's son.
It was like a double homicide.
Of,
I think.
of police officers.
Jesus.
Right, you're right. Then we got a
Something about Alex Jones.
Alex Jones still got to pay his $1 billion. Can't declare bankruptcy. A house demolished during while someone's away on vacation. So it's
Fun.
fun to come home to.
I would love to come home.
You know that
to-
feeling when you're coming home from vacation, like I just can't wait to get home. And then we've got
Need your vacation from your vacation.
since one of us, Matt, hasn't heard the Rich Men North of Richmond song. So we're going to go play that and get his reaction to that. And then also we're going to play a parody version of that, which has been stuck in my head all week long. It is very catchy.
You said for that, Matt?
Find myself saying, a penis for me, a penis for you.
That's a little sus.
It's catchy. When it's catchy, it's catchy. Can't help it. So that's what we have in store for you tonight. So buckle up, strap in, stuff. Yeah. So, how was your week? Like I said, I was on pins and needles all week, just waiting for this moment. What was your week like?
I don't even remember. I've been having I've just been dissociating for the whole week.
Okay.
It's been awful. It's been lost in my own little world for 5 days.
Sean?
It's been interesting. Gee, thanks.
Ooh, stereo.
So night shift started trialing the full electric vehicles for Lexus
Oh,
this
exciting.
past week. We start ours next week.
They're electric.
That was terrible.
Did you hear what I call the new Lexus? The Lexus Texas? It's Lexus TX. It rhymes.
That's good.
Yeah, so we've got that. I know we're not really on the list to talk about, but the UAW strike is still going on, and the last offer I saw, they're basically offering them about a $9 raise, which, I mean, I wouldn't be too upset with that. Yeah, so where do you want to start tonight?
let's start the only place we can with Hitler,
Michigan Hitler.
Michigan Hitler. Although it is just a picture of actual Hitler.
All right, so we got Michigan Hitler, which I saw something about this when I was looking for my own stories.
It was something at a football game.
Yes. My nose is running. I'm going to be sniffing for a minute. Hold on. Okay. Maybe that might
Did
cover
that
it for-
record?
No, I turned the volume down.
Okay.
That was the pause. I guess I could have just hit the mute button. What fun is that? Yeah. So
Let's get this on the
Let me
screen
put this on
for
the
the
on
viewers
screen.
at home.
on the on screen. So we've got Michigan State University deeply sorry for Hitler image displayed on video boards before football game. What does it
Hitler
say?
and his birthplace, Austria, were broadcast on video
does that
boards
say?
as part of a pre-game quiz. It says quiz.
Okay. So was that the quiz question? Where was Hitler born?
I don't know. Scroll down
I
and
don't
find
have a
out.
problem with that.
Oh, yeah. Well, scroll down and find out.
Let's look at the story.
Yeah. The question was, what country was Hitler born in?
So what's wrong with that? It's not like you put his picture up there and like, hey, we support this guy. Like Hitler, not so bad.
It's not like they put a message saying Hitler was all right.
Yeah. You know,
Hitler was okay.
he had some good qualities.
He liked
He was
dogs.
a map painter. He liked dogs.
That's a common thing I see. That's like people's fake defense of him is he liked dogs. It's like, well, he also murdered a questionable amount of people. Questionable?
Anywhere from
Depending on who you ask, it's
anywhere from
one
300,000 to 6 million.
Depending on who you ask, it's anywhere from like one person to 8 million.
What?
The number will be in that range.
Yes. Michigan State University apologized for images of Adolf Hitler that were displayed on the video boards at their football stadium.
Funeral stadium.
I want a funeral stadium. When I
It was a
pass away.
crematorium.
It's a funeral stadium. Forget this little mom and pop funeral home. I want a funeral stadium.
I want to go out with style and fireworks.
Yes.
I want cheerleaders at my funeral.
People with pads running on the field. So before a game Saturday night, Hitler and his birthplace. I'm more offended by Austria being on the screen. Were broadcast on video boards as part of a pregame quiz. I can't talk. More than an hour before Michigan State was set to play number 2 Michigan. Michigan State was playing. Okay, college football is very confusing. Images of the video boards displayed Hitler's picture quickly circulated on social media.
MSU is aware that inappropriate content by a third-party source was displayed on the video board prior to the start of tonight's football game, said spokesperson Matt Larson. We're deeply sorry for the content that was displayed, as this is not representative of our institutional values.
Teaching historical facts.
What is inappropriate about a picture of Hitler and saying he
This
was
is-
born in Austria?
He's a historical figure.
Mhm.
Like him or not, I know most people don't. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
there are a few that do like him.
We're not advocating for Hitler, right? But you gotta learn about him.
Yeah,
You know,
you can't
you know
just
the
be like,
popular saying, if you don't learn history,
Yeah.
it'll repeat itself.
you can't just talk about the guy who shall be unnamed.
Yeah, Voldemort killed
I'll
6
give you a
million
hint.
people.
Baltimore. Yeah.
It's important to know these things, even if, but
MS
also, no matter what, like, how is this inappropriate? Would they say the same thing if a picture of Kim Jong-un was up there?
Maybe it was in the phrasing of the question. Maybe it was like, in what country was this awesome party you're born in?
No, but at the top it said the question was, what country was Hitler born? Like, do you think they
They
would have
could
done...
have thrown a curveball in there, be like some other Hitler.
What?
Do you think they would have the same reaction if this third-party source had put a picture of, like, Kim Jong-un up there?
Yeah, or yeah.
Or Putin?
I'm trying to
Stalin?
I'm trying to think of an old historical figure that
Napoleon?
wasn't very, like Napoleon. Yes.
Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan. Some of them other History counts.
Alexander the Great.
Everybody liked him. He was great.
The
I don't know.
Tamil King.
Yeah. I mean, you're allowed to. I would think it'd be good for people to know, at the very least, where he was born.
I
don't know.
mean, not that it's useful information, but it's not harmful or inappropriate information.
No, not at all.
It's just, hey, this guy with the funny mustache that went on a murder spree, he was born in Austria.
He did ruin a look forever.
It wasn't a good look.
No, but I mean, Charlie Chaplin had it, and he was a funny guy.
Yeah.
And
Name
and
anyone
then
else.
Hitler,
Okay.
he just kind of ruined it.
There's a third
There-
person. J. Jonah Jameson.
Who is that?
Spider-Man.
The reporter, the head of the Daily Bugle from Spider-Man.
He had
There-
a Hitler mustache.
There is a comic. Okay, yes. His mustache isn't always like drawn as like big. Sometimes it's drawn as a little shorter.
Okay.
Never quite Hitler, but it's shorter. And there's a part where Captain America is like confronting him because he's writing libel about Spider-Man. And he's like, I've seen bad people. I know what they are.
Oh, that's a
as
Hitler mustache.
As it every other panel is zooming into Jonah's face. It's like, I've seen bad people. The man who punched Hitler. It's hilarious. And I think like the next comic, he's shaved.
That's pretty funny. I miss old things like that where people just kind of lean into it. So they will not be using this third-party source, which it looked like just a generic quiz thing, like if you go to Wings, Buffalo Wings,
It
or
looks
Wild
like
Wings,
if
it's
you
the
look
quiz,
up,
the quiz
quiz.
software they use. Yeah.
it's like one of those things where it's like that TV channel in a restaurant where it just kind of loops randomly.
The gaffe was from SU is particularly ill-timed, as more than 1,400 Israelis,
Hey,
or maybe
I'm so
200.
sorry.
hey,
that.
I have a question. I don't think Hitler did anything against. Oh wait, no, yeah, Jewish people are from Israel. Yeah, there was a total disconnect there.
Newsflash: Jewish people from Israel.
There was a total disconnect. Like if they had said more than 1,400 Jewish people, it would have been like, yes, obviously. But in my head, it's just the jump from Jewish to Israel. It just
That's a leap.
it's not.
I know.
That's the problem. But like just Israel being in the war with Hamas immediately is like that's its own separate thing right now.
Have you heard about like people speaking out in support of Hamas in Palestine, or like getting fired and like not getting jobs, that kind of stuff? No problem with that.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. Your personal views on anything should not affect your ability to get or keep employment.
Yes. I know people are like, well, free speech only applies to like the government shutting you up. Well, if you can't have your livelihood, then you don't have freedom of speech. Like,
Yeah. Freedom of speech is the freedom to say whatever you want, and other people have the freedom to tell you to shut up, but they don't have the freedom to take away your life.
yes. Yeah. So that's pretty much that story. Just have a picture of Hitler. A picture of Hitler is now something you have to apologize for.
He looks pretty happy in that picture.
Well, yeah. I mean, he was doing pretty good for most of that war.
Hitler wasn't so bad. I mean, he killed Hitler.
He killed Hitler's whole family
Oh.
and his dog too, I think.
Did he kill his girlfriend?
I think so. I'm pretty sure they all took pills. Yeah,
Doesn't freedom of speech technically only say the freedom to speak out against the government?
I don't think so.
Because I thought that was the big thing. Because like you can't talk bad about the king. That's treason. But, like, or we were like, yeah, you can talk bad about
That's
it.
not the way it's phrased, I don't believe. But I mean, that was the original reason for it, but I'm pretty sure it's phrased in a more broader sense in the Constitution.
Okay.
The Bill of Rights, I guess.
Wasn't sure on that one.
That's like the whole people say, well, I'm all for free speech except for hate speech. I'm like, no, that's the speech that needs to be protected.
Yes.
Nobody cares. Nobody's going to stop you from saying nice things.
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peacefully to assemble and to petition the government.
Just not in the rotunda.
So it actually
Yeah.
doesn't describe it. It just says the free exercise, freedom of speech.
Yeah, I mean that was the reason it was put there because you couldn't speak out against the crown.
Yeah, so they were just
But-
saying, you can just talk bad
Just
about anything.
in general. Yeah.
But now, you can't talk bad about half of the things. You can't talk bad about Israel. You can't talk bad about Ukraine. You can't talk bad about...
Yes. Yeah, you said Ukraine. You can't talk bad about. I don't know.
Are we allowed to talk bad about Biden now? Was that ever not a thing?
They're starting to talk. The mainstream media is starting to give a little bit talking bad about him, but still not crazy. Next,
Not allowed to talk
story.
bad about children. People get very defensive over children. Just
You
nameless
can't talk bad
children.
about cute dolphins.
I mean, this dolphin talked to a kid, I guess. I don't know.
Yes.
Said they'd stopped to have a conversation. I don't think the kid knew what was going on. I don't think he knew the conversation.
Yeah. All right. So let's
Anyway,
see.
let us know in the comments. Are you offended by a picture of Hitler?
I am.
I'm offended by his mustache.
If he hadn't ruined that mustache, I'm sure at some point in my life I would have tried it. But I've got blonde hair too, so it's not as.
And you got the blue eyes.
I am the master race.
You are the
So this is a video. I like
Get
a
to-
video.
pull it up for the viewers at home.
Yeah, I know. I didn't start it yet.
I know.
We know you know.
And this is. Oh, it started playing. Thank you.
See?
Dolphin delights toddler by stopping for chat. I just figured, what was the old cartoon with the dolphin that talked? There was an old cartoon. This is before your time, I think. You wore a top hat, I think.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So let's see what this video is. Oh, it's no word. We have to read the words. Dolphin stops to talk to toddler at aquarium. All right, can we not? It's not talking.
They put it in quotes.
Why don't you use an actual word that describes what's going on and not have to put it in quotes? Stops to.
Scream at toddler.
No. What do you call it? Interact with toddler.
Look at this! So silly! yeah.
The other dolphin comes by and just poops on him.
Yeah, look at Dara likes you. Oh.
Do not let the dolphins fool you.
Look at
Dolphins are
that, so silly.
evil bastards.
No, they're not.
Yes.
Why? You've never been with near a dolphin.
No, I haven't. But there's dolphins are evil bastards.
Why?
I
Prove
don't. Hold on. I can't
Prove it.
remember all the specific statistics.
Dolphins are smart. I mean,
Yeah, they're
I know that-
smart.
I know that doesn't make you not evil, but
You know what? You know what it takes to be a bad person is you have to be smart enough to know you're being bad. Otherwise, you're just being a person.
That's just a cute little video. Yeah, I don't think dolphins are known for being evil, particularly. Sean,
I've never heard of an
I've
evil
never heard
dolphin.
of dolphins. Now, like orcas, I know they're like nasty, but they're also called killer whales, so it's kind of in the name. I think maybe you're thinking of a different animal.
No, it's mostly because dolphins will they'll gang rape each other,
Well, I mean,
and well, that's just I know it's just an animal thing.
it's just a good time.
Some groups of dolphins will kill harbor porpoises for no apparent reason other than to kill them.
So it's dolphin on dolphin crime.
Is a porpoise a dolphin?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Dolphins are evil because of dolphin on dolphin.
13% of the dolphin population commits 50% of the crimes.
Dolphins do also. This is a point in their favor. They will take pufferfish and they'll like hit them to where they expand, and then they'll like inhale the poison from the pufferfish and get high.
Like I said, they're smart. They're doing shrooms, basically.
Dolphins are the only other animals other than humans that have sex for fun and not just to
Yes.
procreate.
Yes, that I knew. Which, like I said, I haven't heard bad things. So they're mean to each other, but I mean, that's humans.
So
are
are
mean humans are mean to each other.
The anti-dolphins.
Gorillas are mean to each other. Monkeys are mean to
Okay,
each other.
monkeys are mean to a lot.
Yes, monkeys are just mean.
Do not get in the way of a chimp.
Or an ape.
Well, I mean, yeah, but chimps are small. They're surprisingly evil.
Yes,
They will rip your face off.
I love the videos of them stealing stuff from tourists. Like the little spider monkeys just run up and take stuff out of someone's bag and run away.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna fight the monkey?
No, you're supposed to shock the monkey.
Shock the monkey?
You ever heard that song?
No.
Shock the monkey. It's the old, I believe Peter Gabriel, who did
Who?
the
Who?
Sledgehammer song.
Who?
Peter Gabriel.
Who?
No, Peter Gabriel was not into Who.
Oh.
All right. Next one we got. Woman makes fake cancer claims.
I think this article is actually the
You have to believe all women, so it's
the
not fake.
the repercussions of her actions.
She must pay restitution. I'm all for that. Let's see what we got here. Fake. Need to slow down that page. All right. So, a woman who made fake cancer claims on social media must pay restitution. So, I'm guessing she did some kind of GoFundMe type deal.
Probably. An Iowa woman who falsely claimed to have cancer and documented her battle on social media will stay out of prison after a judge gave her probation and a suspended
A
sentence.
suspended sentence.
Madison Russo, 20, never had pancreatic cancer, leukemia, nor the football-sized tumor wrapped around her spine. She that claimed in postings on TikTok, GoFundMe, Facebook, and LinkedIn.
She claimed all three? She claimed she had cancer, leukemia. Well, leukemia is cancer.
Well, leukemia is
A type
what
of
you
cancer.
get from the treatment, isn't it?
No,
Oh,
leukemia
okay.
is like a inherited cancer. It's a cancer like all over your body, but it's
Okay.
inherited.
And a tumor wrapped
Football-sized
around her
tumor.
spine.
So she just went all in. She's like,
I'm
I-
dying.
and I stubbed my toe last night.
That's what pushed me over the edge. Over 400 people sent her donations. As part of the 10-year sentence, she was ordered to pay $39,000 in restitution and a $1,300 fine. If she stays out of trouble for 3 years, she will not go to prison.
400 people isn't a lot.
But $39,000 is a lot.
Yes. I'm wondering how many followers she has.
I'm wondering.
400 is not a lot. Unless they were like, wait a minute. Like, she gets to the
Well, it just says the 400 people
the
are the ones
tumor,
who
and they're
sent her
like, wait a
donations.
minute. What?
It just says the 400 are the people who sent donations.
Right.
That says over 400.
She should negotiate. What if I pay like a $5,000 fine and forget to pay the money back? Let's make a deal.
How much money does each person have to pay if 400 people donated almost
Take
$40,000?
away 2 zeros. It's about $100 each.
That's too much.
It's 40,000. Yeah, $100 each would be 40,000.
It's a little less.
Look at that with the quick math.
Good.
Good for
I
you.
should be able to do that.
Stay tuned for more quick math.
It's not right necessarily, but it's fast.
It's
fast
quick.
man. The Bettendorf woman pleaded guilty in June to first-degree theft. In court on Friday, Judge John Tillene declined a defense request that would have wiped the conviction off her record if she completes probation successfully. He said people who deal with her in the future should know that she once engaged in a criminal scheme and that serious crimes must have serious consequences. I agree with that.
They should put it like in all of her social media handles. They should put like a parentheses, like
Liar.
a disclaimer.
Known liar. Like on all of her posts, it should have that little like Twitter like fact checker
Yeah.
add-on that's like this person was arrested and pled guilty for this charge.
Through this scheme, you deceived your friends, your family, your
How do you
community,
deceive your family?
other cancer victims, charities, and strangers. That covers everybody.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. How does your family not know that you're bullshitting this?
I can see it. I mean, if you're gonna do it, you fool everybody.
Oh my god, I just read ahead. I can't wait.
Who are motivated by your supposedly tragic story to donate. Well, the story was tragic. There's no
Yes.
supposedly about it. The story was tragic. It was just a story.
They were motivated to donate to support.
Russo told the court she made her story up because she hoped her fake cancer battle would force her troubled family to focus. Look at me!
Look at me. I did it for my family. A lot of people have made speculations as to why I did this and how somebody who looked like they had everything together could have such a mess. I didn't do this for money or greed. Oh shit. I didn't do this for attention. Oh shit. I did this as an attempt to get my family back together. Tear to your eye.
Her
She definitely
I mean,
did
she
this for
did.
money and for
Oh.
attention.
Otherwise, you wouldn't set up a GoFundMe.
Correct.
Her sentence also includes hundreds of hours of community service, hopefully at a cancer ward. She paid the $39,000 restitution earlier. Well, look at her with money in the bank. And the money was being held by the court. GoFundMe has already sent refunds to so she didn't refund the money. GoFundMe refunded the money.
She paid the court the $39,000. GoFundMe sent out the refund, and it sounds like the court has the money and just needs to give it to GoFundMe,
That's
and that would complete the transaction.
That's
I
a very
think.
confusing tree there. Okay, yeah, I follow. Sounds about right. Her scam unraveled when medical professionals spotted discrepancies in her story online.
I
Police-
want to pop in here. Do they not have anything better to do? Like this person, she should have been caught, but the medical
professionals come across this story and they're like, "Wait, she's got all three of those? I gotta see this."
Yeah, that's a real wonder case there.
Police subpoenaed her medical records and found she had never been diagnosed with cancer at any medical facility in the area.
Do you need grounds to subpoena something?
I'm sure somebody who donated complained, or maybe one of those doctors complained.
Fair
Said,
enough.
hey, wait a minute. She was arrested in January. Scott County Prosecutor Kelly Cunningham, no relation to
Say
Richie
that 10
Cunningham.
times fast.
Scott County Prosecutor
You've already messed up.
recommended against prison time because Russo had no criminal history. Well, she does now. Had good grades in college. What does
What does
have
that matter?
He killed 10 people, but he's got good grades in college. Just let him
Like-
let him off lightly.
No, school doesn't mean you're smart, and smart doesn't mean you're a good person.
I swear everybody in the world has gotten dumber.
You just now realizing?
Was employed and was unlikely to reoffend. So she's
Unlikely
unlikely
because
to lie again?
she's been exposed. That bothered Rhonda Miles. It bothers me, who runs a pancreatic cancer foundation in Nashville.
Yeah, Rhonda Miles is not the girl. That's
Yes,
someone else.
that donated to Russo and testified at the hearing. Testify.
Can I get a witness? It was devastating to my case. Oh, wait, it was devastating to sit there and watch the Scott County prosecuting attorney act like a defending attorney. So that was tough. And I think she'll have a lot of questions to answer from the locals on that at some point. Why were you defending this girl when you were supposed to be prosecuting?
I mean, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Like, the county prosecutor should probably not be saying, now let's go easy on them. That's not their job.
She's still playing the victim. So she apologized to the court and her victims and said she wished she had sought out help regarding her family. Woe is me. My family sucks. I fully acknowledge what I did was wrong, and I don't think there's any debate there, and I'm incredibly sorry," she said.
I doubt it. She said
I'm
through
incredib-
sobs.
I'm incredibly sorry that I was caught. If there was anything I could do to take it back, I would. Well, you could have not made it a trifecta of diseases. Maybe just pick one, lean in. The reality is, I can't. There you
The
go.
reality is, she also doesn't have cancer. So yeah, don't lie on the
Really?
internet because people are freaks and will eventually find you out.
Yes, unless you got a tiny podcast like we do, and no one watches. So
Oh yeah, we can lie about
we can
anything.
lie all we want. I stubbed my toe.
Dolphins are natural predators to
Dolphins,
seagulls.
dolphins are evil.
Dolphins are eating the birds.
Dolphins are evil, according to Matthew.
Hey, okay, they're not as evil as I thought. I mean, they're still little bastards, but aren't we all?
Hot take: dolphins are bastards.
Unpopular opinion.
They're not the goody two shoes that everyone thinks they are, for sure.
Just pick on animals that everybody loves. Hummingbirds are evil bastards.
Hummingbirds
Hummingbirds are the Hitler of birds.
to themselves, if they stop moving, they just die. I don't hate all animals.
Just dogs and
Prove it.
dolphins.
I don't hate dolphins.
You just said they're evil, though.
That doesn't mean I hate them.
He was actually using that as a point for, not against.
Oh.
That was a pro dolphin statement.
They're evil and it's fun.
Dolphins are evil. That's why I love them.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
What side are you on? Are you pro dolphin or anti dolphin?
Yes.
I'm neutral dolphin. I have no strong feelings on dolphins.
Don't forget, if we made you chuckle just a little bit, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff.
Give us something to talk about in the comments.
I'm sure one of those stories was kind of funny. So time limits at a New York City shelter, which I say 5 minutes.
This affected 3,000 migrants in New York City.
3,000 is not a lot.
So I didn't know this, that the New York City shelter have a time limit set in place.
I mean, makes sense, I guess.
About 3,000 asylum seekers have been told their time was up in New York City shelters.
So these aren't. I mean, these are homeless, but these aren't like vagrants. These are
These are migrants.
migrants.
These
So,
are
yeah.
like, we need to get away, we're
Right.
coming here. About half have reapplied to stay, which, if that's an option, why don't they all? Whatever. The United States' most populous city has struggled to contend with the arrival of over 120,000 asylum seekers in the past. About 60,000 are currently in shelters run by the city, which is legally required to provide emergency housing to homeless people. The obligation is unmatched in any other major U.S. city. I think the homeless is also unmatched in any other major
Probably
U.S. city.
yes. I know at one point. I don't know if they still are. I'm pretty sure they are. They were housing them in hotels, like nice hotels downtown. Like,
Oh yeah.
and they were paying the hotels like thousands of dollars per room per night.
I might go be homeless in New York for
Yeah.
a bit.
I'm seeking asylum from what? From Indiana. Have you been out there? It's crazy.
Nothing but corn. Mayor Eric Adams announced in July that New York would start giving adult migrants 60 days notice to move out of city shelters. The policy has since been extended to families with children and tightened to 30 days for adults not accompanied by youngsters.
Interesting way to say children.
Migrants, many of whom don't have legal authorization to work, can reapply for shelter if they can't find anywhere else to live. I don't. Why would they do the 60 days? Because I'm pretty sure after 30 days, if you're there past 30 days, you qualify. You get the squatters' rights. If you're in a place more than 30 days and you haven't been kicked out, you get squatters' rights, and they have to go to court to get you out.
Really?
So the 60 days doesn't make sense. The 30 days.
Well, I
does.
mean, they're not like they're living in the shelters that New York, the city, is providing them. I don't think the squatters' rights applies to that.
Well, I know like you can't rent, at least in New York City, you can't rent a hotel room in New York City for more than 30 days.
Mhm.
Because if you're there more than 30 days, then it becomes a residence. And then, like, when you rent a hotel, you pay a hotel tax. And in New York City, anyway, after 30 days, if you're there more than 30 days, they don't get to collect the hotel tax. So the law is after 30 days, you have to change rooms.
Change rooms.
Yes.
Okay, that's hilarious.
If they have any available. But yeah. Some 3,025 notices have come due since the initial 60-day policy took effect. The Daily News reported Friday Deputy Mayor for Health and Human Services Ann William Issam said Tuesday that roughly less than 50% of people applied to remain. The newspaper calculated that out to about. Wait a minute. We got some high math going on here.
What's half of 3,025? It's about 1,500.
Someone at the paper's like, wait, I got this. Make my calculator.
about 1,500 and then 12 and a half.
All right, someone was trying to fill a word quota. Because to say that they have to calculate it out.
Yeah, that's 1,524 and or 12.
That's
and a half.
easier than the 30,000 divided by 39,000 divided by 400.
Who's the half a person? A child?
Williams Issam cast the statistic as a signal that the policy was prompting people to find their own housing. A lawyer for the Legal Aid Society didn't see it that way.
It would make more sense to step up real case management and help people move out on whatever timeline is appropriate for them, rather than arbitrarily telling people they need to come back and reapply on a specific day. Why would the quote end?
I don't know.
Attorney Josh Goldfein told the Daily News.
He's Jewish. I'm guessing.
What?
Goldfeinstein. So far, the city has handed out at least 13,500 of the 60-day notices, many of which are yet to come due, according to the newspaper.
That's about 6,700.
Maybe that's how they get away from the 30-day thing. Is they hand it out like as soon as you move in. Like you got to be out by this day. So yeah, New York trying to deal with
It makes sense, like, but just seeing that, like, yeah, they hit their time limit. It's like, what does that mean?
I just love the fact that like Texas and New Mexico are sending the immigrants to all the big cities. Like, here you go.
Are they?
Yeah, that's where they're all coming from.
Oh my God, that's
Since
hilarious.
nobody will do anything about the illegals coming across the border. There's just Texas and New Mexico and I guess Arizona, or whatever. All the border states are basically putting them on buses and sending them to major cities around the U.S. Because all the major cities vote Democrat, and they're the ones who don't want to close the borders. They're like, okay, you want these people to come here, you deal with them.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
They started doing that about three or 4 years ago, I think.
I love that.
It's funny.
So,
Everything's bigger in Texas, including their pettiness.
including their balls.
I don't think that was ever in question. Texas people are crazy. They're like the opposite kind of crazy that Florida people are.
Yes. Yeah, Florida people are just mental.
And then California is...
Well, that's delusional.
California is its own
psychotic.
thing.
Yes. All right, next story. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, follow, thumbs up.
I don't think you need to do it more than once.
Huh?
I don't think you need to, remind people more
I haven't
than
seen
once.
the number change. No one's done it. If you haven't done it yet, please do. All right.
There's only like one other person watching. At least
What do you mean other? Just one.
Exactly.
Yeah, but see, they'll be watching it later. Probably.
Oh,
And?
oh ye of high hopes. So we got next one is an update on the India space program. I love the India space program.
I love that we're finally getting another country who's like, yeah, what What if we actually just keep going to space?
I just pictured our space program like the Kerbal space program.
That's North Korea's space program. But yeah, I'm stuck. I love hearing about the India space program because it's like the last time anyone was trying to get into space was what, like when we built the ISS or when we went to the moon.
Oh, as far as
Yeah.
another country?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, China's got astronauts.
yeah. It's America, Russia, China. Does
Me-
anyone else have astronauts?
I'm not sure if Japan does.
I think they do.
Other countries have astronauts, but they don't have like their own missiles. They piggyback on other
Yeah.
people's.
So I think this is cool that another country
Yes.
is like, let's try getting ourselves up into space.
Yeah.
And they're planning to launch in 2025.
People, yes, because they already reached the moon, but it was just a probe.
Mhm.
Which, we've already probed the moon. You don't need to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean they're testing, testing. Just like, okay, we got to the
They're
moon.
like baby
Now,
baby
what do we do
steps.
to put people in there?
New Delhi. I like Old Delhi better.
India successfully carried out Saturday the first of a series of key test flights after overcoming a technical glitch ahead of its planned mission to take astronauts into space by 2025. The test involved launching a module to outer space and bringing it back to Earth to test the spacecraft's crew escape system, said the Indian Space Research Organization Chief S. Somanath.
ISRO.
What?
Indian Space
Oh, ISRO.
Research Organization.
And
ISRO.
was being recovered after its touchdown in the Bay of Bengal.
The launch was delayed by 45 minutes in the morning because of weather conditions. The attempt was again deferred by more than an hour because of an issue with an engine, and the ground computer put the module liftoff on hold. You know, if they want to make the space thing a regular thing, like Elon Musk wants to have these regular flights in space and all this other stuff, they need to figure out the weather thing. It's very rarely do they cancel a flight because of weather. They need to figure out how
It
to,
needs to be bad weather.
they need to figure out how to launch in bad weather. Because like the rocket, space rockets, like just a little bit of weather, they're like, nope, call it off. This multi-billion-dollar rocket with
Put an umbrella on it.
thousands of tons of force, and like, oh, it's raining, we can't, we can't do this.
The glitch caused by a monitoring anomaly in the system was rectified, and the test was carried out successfully 75 minutes later from the Sriharikota satellite launching station in southern India, Somanath told reporters.
Good job with that word. It would pave the way for other unmanned missions, including sending a robot into space next year. Cool. Robots in space.
That's how we get lost in space.
Yes.
Danger, Will Robinson.
Danger. In September, India successfully launched its first mission to study the sun. I don't know if they're aware of this, but it's hot. Less than 2 weeks after a successful uncrewed landing near the
I thought it
South
said
Pole,
unscrewed too.
the South Pole region of the moon.
After a failed attempt to land on the moon in 2019, India in September joined the United States, Soviet Union. Wait, so Russia hasn't been to the moon? The Soviet Union
Well,
has.
yeah. Well, to be fair, we haven't been to the moon since Russia was the Soviet Union.
Yeah, but like Russia, since the Soviet Union broke, they haven't went back to the moon to say,
That's not
"Hey,
very
we
long
did it."
ago.
How long ago was it?
Huh?
How long ago was that? Was that
It
the
was
end of?
Ronald Reagan era, wasn't it?
Mm.
Were they the Soviet Union
So
during World War
right
II?
before Bill Clinton.
I don't know when people
No.
were president.
Bushes were before Clinton. Before
Was
Bushes.
this after World War II?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. This is the Cold War. This is after Ronald Reagan tear down that wall. Cold War stuff.
I found out why rockets don't like. I found out why they don't want to shoot up rockets
Since
during
they
bad
can't
weather.
get good video.
Because if the condition is right, the rocket itself can cause a lightning attack, which can mess up all sorts of things in the rocket.
That sounds like a sci-fi movie. Lightning attack.
So the rocket itself has the right conditions to potentially create lightning.
Yes.
No, a lightning attack.
No, like it.
It doesn't say lightning
It
attack.
says
He just
it
said
says can trigger lightning
Oh,
that. He just said attack to sound cool.
because it is cool.
well, they need to figure that out. They need to ground that shit.
The successful mission
It's an air.
showcased
You can't get
India's-
grounded.
That's not what grounded means. The successful mission showcased India's rising standing as a technology and space powerhouse and dovetails with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's desire to project an image of an ascendant country asserting its place among the global elite. Signaling a roadmap for India's future space ambitions, Modi earlier this week announced that India's space agency, ISRO, will set up an Indian-crafted space station by 2035 and land an Indian astronaut on the moon by 2040.
Active since the 1960s, India has launched satellites for itself and other countries and successfully put one in orbit around Mars in 2014. That's pretty good. India is planning its first mission to the International Space Station next year in collaboration with the United States.
So they know how to get things in space.
Yes.
They're good at launching satellites.
They're good at calculating stuff. Stereotype. Indians are good at math.
Yeah.
I thought that was Asians.
Asians do.
Asians are just smart. Indian people
Yes.
are good at math.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the stereotype.
Okay.
Not saying that's true. It's a stereotype.
Stereotypes are
So
usually
they're
based
good
on
at launching satellites, and now they're trying to figure out. So how do we make something not just orbit?
fact.
How about we make something land?
Well, the one orbiting Mars, I mean, that's got to do everything. I mean, it's got to go up and orbit Earth a little bit, and then it's got to keep going, and you
It's
got to
gotta-
figure out the trajectory between moving planets in different orbits.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah,
complicated.
There's a lot of math.
There's a lot of complicated.
Like
math there.
that's what people mean.
And landing on the moon, that's not a small feat either, because you got to
yeah,
have robotics that can do all that remotely.
and you
That's
got to.
impressive.
I mean, the moon's only.
Man, I've played
couple
Kerbal
thousand
Space
miles
Program.
away.
It's not easy.
It was so popular in school when I was in high school.
Second one's
Has the
better.
new one come out yet?
It is. It is out in early access, but
So
still not.
no.
It's,
Like you can still play it.
Yeah, but it's not out. If it's in early access, it's not out.
it's beta. It's in
It's-
alpha, beta, whatever. So
I'm
yeah,
curious what version it's in.
Well, if it's not version
I
1.0,
think-
then it's not out.
I think the original. I played the original a little bit. It's just a little too complicated for me,
Yeah, it still says early
Yeah.
access. So it's not out yet.
and it's not cheap either.
How much is it?
$50.
$50 for Kerbal Space
$50
Program 2.
For something that's been in the works for like 10 years.
I like how the reviews are mostly negative.
Well, it's
Those are recent though. Mixed
Okay,
of
all time is mixed, and it's still less than 50%.
so
Look
there
up
you-
Kerbal Space Program. The first one is a cute little game about getting into space. You gotta like make your own rocket and send these little green men up.
there used to be, going way back now, there used to be a program, I don't know if you've ever seen this, where you basically have to land a space shuttle,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like impossible. It was, yeah. You'd play it for hours and not come anywhere close to landing a space shuttle.
Rockets, difficult.
Yeah.
You ever wonder why people say, well, at least it's not rocket science?
I heard an interview once with an astronaut describing landing the space shuttle when we had it, because the space shuttle was like all pretty much computer driven. Like,
Yeah.
and it basically, when it came back from space, like it didn't launch like an airplane, but it landed like an airplane. So when it launched, it was on rockets. When it came back down, it came down. But basically, once it entered the atmosphere, it basically like fell at a controlled fall, like because it was so heavy and not really aerodynamic. Like
And,
it had-
and the rockets it had were probably like really only useful out of atmosphere.
yeah. So I mean, it would basically coast to the landing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So like when a rocket, well, other than Elon Musk's rockets, which will land on the pad, which is pretty freaking awesome. The like other rockets, when they come down, they just splash down in the ocean. Because
Yeah.
they're like, we have a big target, hit the big water.
You have a 70% chance of not missing.
Yeah. Where the shuttle had to hit a specific runway. Yeah. Yeah. The space shuttle was cool. I liked it.
You
Until it
imagine
started
like
blowing
you're
up.
just working at an airport and all of a sudden you hear "Get everyone off the runway." NASA's commandeering it real quick.
No,
Their space shuttle came down way off course.
They couldn't land at a regular airport. They needed because their airport, the runway for the space shuttle was ginormous.
Oh, and I'm sure they had extra things to
I mean,
help stop it.
they came in hot.
Didn't they have like those giant parachutes on the back?
Yeah, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
You know, because we haven't used them in a while, like thinking about what a space shuttle looks like right now, and I'm like, that. Why? Why would you try to build a space plane?
Well, the thinking was reusability. I mean, because rockets cost millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, now they're probably billions.
Probably.
But so I mean, that's why Elon Musk made his whole thing about landing them so you can reuse them. And the space shuttle was that. But the problem with the space shuttle reusability is you're still spending the millions on the rockets because you took rockets to put it up in the air and those didn't get reused.
No.
The rockets fell off when it got up into orbit and then they splashed down in the ocean. So it's like, well, you're reusing the person compartment. And the other thing with the space shuttle was the cargo hold. Like rockets have a very limited cargo.
Yeah.
So the space shuttle had that huge cargo bay that could open up and a boom. Like that was
a giant hand.
Without the space shuttle, we wouldn't have had a space station like we have now because it was all brought up by the space shuttle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because they would put those giant modules in the space shuttle and then use the claw.
How big is the space shuttle?
Oh, it's huge.
God. You never think about it being like, I don't know, like I don't know about you, I haven't seen a space shuttle in person.
They're pretty big.
So like I've always imagined them as being like not much bigger than like, one of their huge planes.
It's like the size of probably we saw when I was down in Alabama working last year. We went to there's a space museum down there because they launched one of the early rockets. The moon missions were launched from there. And they had a shuttle. I don't know if it was a real shuttle or not, but it was big like a shuttle, and it was probably at least 2, maybe 3 times wider than a semi trailer, like a semi truck and trailer together.
Like lengthwise?
No, width. I'm just talking width here, and like longer than a semi truck trailer also, but like at least 3 times wider.
Oh, and you're talking like not the wings, just the
just
the body,
the usable part. Yeah, I mean it's big.
How tall was it?
I don't know. It was up on like platform. Couldn't really judge height. I'm sure it was taller than a tractor trailer. It was big.
There's no reference. You can't show me a picture of a space shuttle. There's no reference. Give me a banana for scale. That's not to scale. The picture of a man and the shuttle
towering
like
over the shuttle.
I don't think that's right. Listen, the only frame of reference I have for space shuttles is my old Lego set.
That's about right. Well, figure out how little the people were in it.
Yeah, but the shuttle was not much bigger than a plane to them. To these, sentient Lego men.
Is that good?
It's like a jumbo jetliner.
See, that doesn't really look that big. Even with the people there, like that looks about as big to them as a plane looks to me.
Yeah, but it's a big, not like a little plane. It's a big. That's one of those big double-decker jumbo liners.
Yeah. So it's it's long as shit.
Yeah. So
space shuttles are dumb, but they're really cool.
They're really cool. The concept was very cool, but the upkeep was very expensive.
Maybe if they found another way to get them up instead of using unreusable rockets.
Reusable rockets.
Well, I always like the tether. Have you seen that one?
No.
So when you put something in orbit, you can put it in stationary orbit,
Yes,
where it
where it
stays
kind of
over one
matches the
point,
speed.
stays over one point in the globe. So the idea is you put a station in stationary orbit and a very high tensile strength cable down to the Earth and tether it to the Earth,
Mhm.
and then you have like an elevator system that runs you up and down.
And then you're in, you're in upper orbit, upper atmosphere. You could probably
and
launch
then
pretty
right,
easily
and then
from
you
there.
do like shuttles to go wherever from there.
Yeah,
yeah,
you could probably launch pretty easily from, the atmosphere.
yeah. You don't need the rockets. You just
Yeah,
need
because you don't need to break through the whole
you just
thing,
need
just the upper
maneuvering
crust.
You just need maneuvering rockets, not get off the Earth rockets.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Science is cool.
There's movies that show that like use that technology. It's pretty cool.
I love things that have like a space elevator that goes like off planet, and it's like that would not work. Like build a stationary space station and tether that. Yeah, that could work. 100%. That'd be awesome. That'd be dope.
I like space shows and movies that have like use
Science.
actual science, not made up, not like artificial gravity, which isn't a thing and probably will never be a thing.
I mean, it is, but it has to be rotating.
Well, yeah, but well, like oh, what is that show?
The Expanse.
The Expanse. Have you ever seen The Expanse?
No.
The Expanse is a series. I believe it's on Amazon. I don't know if it started there, but that's where it ended up.
I think
And
it's.
I think it started as sci-fi and then it moved to Amazon.
Maybe I
I
don't
could
know.
be wrong. Anyway, but they use real world. It's based off a book series which uses the real world, and their way of going, like from say to go from here to Mars, is they would accelerate at 1 g from here to halfway to Mars. So basically, you're standing like feet to the rockets. The nose is heading to Mars, so you're standing that way. But there's no gravity, so you're being pushed down at 1 g, which is Earth gravity.
Yeah.
So then halfway through the trip, they all buckle in because they're going to lose gravity. And they turn off the thrusters, rotate the ship around backwards, and start decelerating at 1 g. So then they can unbuckle and they've got gravity again because now they're backing into Mars.
That's great.
You have gravity. Yeah, and all their ships are set up as platforms with stairs like in the middle going up and down because you're like, which is basically this design of Elon Musk's Starship, which is an up and down kind of setup. But that's how they do it, and it's not artificial gravity, it's not force fields, and yeah,
I always love the imagery of the things that rotate, though. Like I think
Yeah.
the ISS rotates.
But yeah.
They
The problem
get
with
the
that is there's a
centrifugal
lot of
force.
moving parts and a lot that can go wrong.
Yeah, and once you're not in the ring, then you're back to
Yeah.
You know. weightlessness.
I mean, it's something like that. I think is more usable as a space station,
Yeah, not as a ship.
not as a ship. Yeah, because I mean they have movies with ships like that, but it's like unrealistic, really. Because I mean it's just the scope has to be like enormous.
Yeah.
Like something like this, you don't need a giant, enormous wheel spinning through space.
My idea for artificial gravity is we just have a crap ton of fans blowing really hard.
Well, they also use when they're in the non like if they like in the show, like if they have to stop or somewhere and they're not moving, they have gravity boots. Not gravity. They have magnet boots, which stick to the metal plating in the floor.
Magnet boots would have to be like the perfect strength to where it will keep you there, but also you can pick it up.
But I mean, I've never had a pair of magnet boots, but I'm pretty sure the way it would work is it would be adjustable because it would really depend on your. It wouldn't depend on your weight.
If you're in zero
'Cause you're
gravity, it
weightless.
just has to be like just enough to kind of keep you there.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually need a lot of strength. But I'm
But
talking
I'm pretty
like
sure it's like you would adjust it for
Yeah.
your personal
preference.
preference. Yeah. And then it's also like, is it like, do you get like fancy with the magnet boots where it's like if you start to lift your heel, like it releases that magnet?
That would be
until you
fancy.
step up and then
That would be what you would need if you had magnet boots for use, like in a gravity situation, like in atmosphere. If you needed some gravity boots to walk on a ceiling, you would need to have something to where, like it would, because it would need a lot of strength to keep you there.
I would not trust gravity boots upside down in a gravity situation.
Right? But they would need a lot.
At least if you're in no gravity and the boots fail, you're just floating.
Yes.
If you're in no gravity and if you're in gravity and the boots fail, you're smashing your head on the ground.
Right? But still, like they would need a lot of magnetic power to keep a
Oh,
person
yeah.
there,
Yeah,
right?
so you'd need a release.
So you would need a release,
Yeah.
because a person's probably not going to be strong enough to lift their leg out of a magnetic vice that's strong enough to keep them there.
Yes. It's strong enough to hold 300 pounds up.
Yeah, can you lift 300 pounds with one leg?
Sure.
With 1 foot, I mean?
Probably not.
All right. So
Most people can't lift 300 pounds, period.
So we are at about an hour. So I'm just going to not do this story, but I am going to do the rich man north of Richmond thing. And then we'll save the rest of these for next week. I don't think there's anything that needs to be talked about now. No.
No.
All right, so this is for Matthew. It's the rich man north of Richmond song. That is not.
That's not.
What did I do?
Oh no.
Just copy the text and only the text.
Yeah, I somehow combined those.
How'd you do that?
I'm talented. Copy.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, don't paste it into the YouTube search bar. That
I mean,
won't
you could.
work.
I think it actually does.
Probably would.
Post a URL in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I've been
no, you haven't. Shut up. This is a song that came out probably a month ago, maybe
2
a
months
month and
ago.
a half. 2 months ago, yeah, but it really got big. So it's basically a guy, Oliver Anthony, singing about kind of like where our country's at right now, and really about politicians being pieces of shit, that kind of thing.
Oh, we agree.
I like the song. It's a good, I like the kind of hillbilly banjo style.
Yeah.
I like that stuff. So here you go. And we'll probably get a little bit of a hit on YouTube for this. But
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do, 'cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end, 'cause the rich men, north of Richmond.
you get the idea. It's a good song.
I like
I like it. Some people give it crap, but I like it. It's and this guy is not like a Republican, or he's actually probably more Democrat than Republican. He's just like tired of it.
Mhm.
And he went out on, he's going out on tour, and he canceled a bunch of dates because the tickets were too expensive. And it's like, well, you set up the date. It's like he had like a friend of his. It was like a tradesman doing something like
Yeah,
he
he
had
only-
him
he-
booking his gates,
Yeah,
his gigs.
he really only wanted the tickets to be like $25.
Yeah.
But like,
It's like, well, then you're gonna have to take a pay cut because the venue was gonna pay you like 150,000. It's like, I think he's got that all figured out now, and I think he didn't want to sign a big record deal contract because he doesn't want that. Which, fine. He's sticking with his morals, and that's great.
Yeah.
So last early this week or the end of last week. I don't know what it was. I heard a parody version of this, which is really catchy and really well done, actually. I'm going to copy and paste.
Why is everything Alex Jones?
Everything's Alex Jones.
Oops, all Alex Jones. Oh yeah. Look forward to Alex Jones next week, maybe.
Yes. Turning the frogs gay.
Turning the freaking frogs gay.
All right. So this is
I've been selling my.
Okay, this is a remix.
this is not it. Where'd it go?
Just search it on
Screen.
YouTube.
My soul.
You need to do it. I can't reach the keyboard.
Sean is coming live to you to type on the keyboard.
You know what you're searching for?
Probably not. This one. Fantastic.
All right. So this is the parody song.
Is
which
this also by him?
No.
No.
No. Are we still on? See it?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a lot shorter than the song.
It
So
says Oliver Anthony.
Yeah, I know he does, but
Probably
it's not.
credit the person who actually did the original.
I've been selling my hoe, sucking all day, overtime hours for being real gay, so you can see that I'm queer. So throw me a parade, pipe down.
I never heard that part before. So throw me a beret. And what kind of overtime hours do you get for being gay?
Hole and blow my homies away. I'm so damn gay, and I don't want boobs. The penis for me, the penis for you. Wish I could fuck some butt in a room full of dudes till I jizz, living in the gay world. I'm a homo. These gay men are from gay men. Lord knows they all just wanna have the way with my hoe. Pussy clean and don't stink. Wanna blow on some dudes till the cream starts to flow. And I don't want some boobs, cause the pussy ain't shit. Come and grab my rear end. I love man's ass. I love man's ass.
I love the song. This is my kind of music. I can listen to this sort of stuff all day. Just a guy with a beard standing in the woods.
No, it's forget your
I mean, it doesn't.
forget your pussy
Stop
bitch.
that.
I'm on my own dick. That's Kanye's line, which was just close.
Go back.
Like that.
I've been selling my hoe.
Kanye's line is forget
At
your
the very
pussy.
end, it's
I love the song. This is my kind of music. I can listen to this sort of stuff all day. Just a guy with a beard standing in the woods.
Just a gay guy in the beard.
Stop. Yes, so there you go. That's I believe the guy at the end is Matt Walsh, kind of a big news guy. When he was commenting, obviously on the original song, not on the parody version.
Really?
Really?
Hmm.
There you go. So, yeah, we got a few stories we didn't get to that we will get to next week. We've got Alex Jones being told he can't declare bankruptcy, but I don't know why that's new, because he was already told he couldn't declare bankruptcy. Manhunt in Nashville, and someone's house demolished while they were away on vacation.
The worst way to come home is to no home.
You just like 2 blocks from the house. You're just like, I just can't wait to go just sit on the
There should
couch
be a house
and
here.
veg. And what the?
Like you don't get your vacation from your vacation, the night you get home, because you don't get
You don't
home.
even get to unpack.
You're like, what? I mean, at least you're already packed.
It's hopefully it was a long vacation, so you've got a lot of stuff.
Hopefully. Long vacation, you brought your important stuff.
Yes. So next time you go on even a short vacation, carry lots of. Now you know why women bring lots of stuff on vacation.
In case their house
in
is
case
gone.
in case you get home and your house is gone, you'll be wishing you had more stuff. That's why I always bring my computer.
I can't bring my computer.
Me neither.
Oh, my laptop. All right. I think that's it. Anything else?
Not that I know of.
Anything else? Number go up.
Don't forget
Number
to hit
go up.
like, hit subscribe. Leave a
Make
comment.
sure
What
to
do you want us
quote
to
Sean
talk
on
about?
that. Number go up. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever. Yeah.
Click the bell
There's a bell?
for YouTube.
Oh, notification. Yeah.
Yes.
Turn on notifications. Share it with a friend.
And then you can see the name of the podcast before it even starts. You can be like, okay, I need to tune into Michigan Hitler.
And you can share it with friends and be like, I don't know why I watch this show, but you should watch it too.
Oh, yeah. We're okay with being your guilty pleasure.
Yes.
You don't have to have a reason for liking us. We're kind of dumb. Don't do that.
What are you doing?
Just playing. All right. So everybody have a great week. We will see you next Sunday at around this time. Yeah, if you think of anything you want us to talk about, go ahead and put it in the comments wherever you're watching, and we will see it at some point this week and talk about it next week. Have a great week.